Same thing. Payment of wages, again, for as per the existing provisions, the quantum will work out to 14,000, right? But as per the code, it will work out to 18,000, because again, conveyance allowance is not getting excluded as per the code, right? So we have to include conveyance also. So the total comes to 18,000, but there may not be any much impact. When it comes to the question of, again, minimum wages, as per the existing provisions, in this example, it will work out to 10,000, right? But as per the code, HRA is excluded, conveyance is excluded, and commission is excluded. So only 6,000 is remaining. So 6,000 will be considered as quantum of wages for the purpose of minimum wages, right? But 50% works out to 9,000. So there is a shortage of 3,000 here. So the wage for the purpose of minimum wages here would be deemed as 9,000. Right. Let us be very, very clear. And we may also have to ensure that this 9,000 should be equivalent to or more than the minimum rates of wages prescribed for that particular employee. So this is how it is to be looked into. With respect to equal remuneration, absolutely no change, because even today it is the maximum gross salary. And with respect to payment of bonus, 6,000. But as per the code also, it will work out to 6,000, because again, all the other three components, commission, HRE and conveyance, getting excluded. So only 6,000 remains. But this 6,000 is less than 50%. So deemed wages here would be 9,000. So for the purpose of bonus, here the wage will be considered or deemed as 9,000. Same is the case with gratuity. Same is the case with PF. And for the purpose of ESI, there is a slight change again, because currently, yes, we will consider all except conveyance. So total 14,000 will be considered as wages for the purpose of ESI, right? In the example which we are seeing, 6,000 plus 4,000 plus 4,000 plus 4,000, total 18,000, right? But for the if we apply the new definition, the quantum of wage will work out to only 6,000, which is less than 50%. So the deemed wages would be 9,000. So at least for 9,000, ESI is to be paid. That is how it would be. Again, for maternity benefit, again, as per the current law, it will be the entire gross wage, right? But as per the new definition, it would become 6,000. Again, less than 50%. So again, the deemed wages would be 9,000. Same principle for employees' compensation. Also, currently, if we apply the present provision, it will be 14,000, the quantum of wages. If we apply the new definition, it will be only 6,000. See, the total remuneration in the previous example and the current example, it is the same, which is 18,000. But in the previous example, the wage portion worked out to more than 50%. There was no much change required. For the purpose of equal remuneration, for the purpose of bonus, gratuity, PF, the quantum remained the same. Whereas for the same remuneration quantum, when the wage portion works out to less than 50%, I think the wage portion goes below 50%. I think then the deemed wages would become 9,000. So some assumed wages, it is emerging. So the employers who are having a structure like this, second example, may have to go for slight revision change in the salary structure, right? Otherwise, it may not be in line with law. So this is how it is going to be. And I think 18,000, one example I took, and I have also taken another example with 60,000. Let us see how it works out here. Again, remuneration 60,000, total remuneration. Wage portion alone works out to 12,000. And I have brought in certain allowances, HRA, conveyance, project allowance, special allowance, attire allowance, soft furnishing allowance, each 8,000, 8,000 each. So the total remuneration 60,000. Now, as per the new definition, basic alone will be considered as wages, which works out to 12,000, which is much below the 50% of total remuneration. Again, 50% here is 30,000. So wage portion should at least work out to 30,000. But in this structure, if I continue to have this structure of the after the code is implemented, then I can come to a conclusion that this is not in line with the law. This is going against law, right? Let us see how this works out, like we saw for other example. So payment of wages, and again, I have left out conveyance allowance because that is excluded as per the current definition. So instead of 60,000, I have mentioned as 52,000, right? But as per the code, the quantum will change because again, conveyance is also to be included here. So the quantum is changing. And interestingly, we all know that in case of Payment of Wages Act, if the gross salary goes beyond 24,000, currently those people will not come under the purview of the act itself, right? But that ceiling is now removed. So irrespective of whether it is going to be 52,000 or 60,000, this person will get covered under Payment of Wages Act, right? May not have much of a impact financially to the employer, but still the quantum changes. But the idea is also slightly changing. And with respect to minimum wages, again, we may have to exclude conveyance allowance. So balance 52,000 as per the current provisions. And if we apply the new definition, it will be 12,000. 12,000 is less than the 50% of 60,000. That is 30,000, right? So the deemed wages here would be 30,000. So we may have to revisit the salary structure because of this purpose. And equal remuneration, it is going to be the same, right? And payment of bonus, payment of gratuity, PF, I think you can have a look at it. 12,000 as per the current provision, and as per the new code definition, new definition also, it is going to be 12,000. But here it should come to minimum 30,000. So the principle of that deemed wages of 50,000 would automatically get applied there, right? But of course, for the purpose of PF, even if the quantum of wage happens to be 30,000, there is a ceiling, and that ceiling will continue to be there for some time till such time the new scheme is introduced. So though the wage works out to 30,000, we can restrict the contributions to 15,000. That is there. Similarly, with respect to payment of bonus, yes, wages is 30,000, but we may have to check the eligibility because there is a ceiling of 21,000. So since this goes beyond 21,000, this person may not be eligible for payment of bonus at all, right? Whereas if you apply the current provision, he will become eligible because it is only 12,000 currently. We will consider only basic for this structure. So this is less than 21,000. So this person will become eligible for payment of bonus. Whereas the position gets changed because of the new definition, right? So the financial commitment for the employer would come down. For this specific example alone, I'm saying, right? But not, I'm not generalizing it. And in my opinion, I don't think we can generalize it. We can't say that with the change proposed, the financial commitment would go up for the employer or this will come down. I don't think we can generalize in that fashion because case to case, based on the salary structure applies to that particular individual employee, the position will change. So I will not say that, I will not generalize and say that this will be in favor or this will not be in favor of the employer, right? And payment of gratuity, again, 12,000. Now, I think we will work out only on 12,000 because basic happens to be 12,000. Others, all the other components are excluded components currently, right? As per the new definition also, only basic is included, so 12,000 only. But there is a cap of 13,000. So at least for 30,000, gratuity is to be worked out. In that situation, the commitment for the individual employer will go up. But this is going to be one-time payment. This will arise only at the time of termination of services of that person, right? So that is how this is going to be. And in respect, with respect to ESI, the gross wages would come to 44,000. So two components are getting excluded. Therefore, balance 8,000 plus 8,000, 60,000 minus 16, it comes to 44,000. But as per the new definition, it will be only 12,000, right? But deemed wages would be 30,000. Of course, there is a ceiling of 21,000 for the coverage. So this person will go out of the coverage. So for maternity benefit, now as per the current definition, the quantum of wages would be 60,000. But if we apply the definition, new definition, it will be only 12,000. But deemed wages would be